Hello again and welcome to the next section of our patent primer course. We're talking about patent. And this time I'm going to continue with part 2, where previously I have shown you how to detect the novelty in your invention. This time I will give you key points on how to achieve inventive step. Definition first. An invention involves an inventive step if, having regard to the prior art, it is not obvious to a person skilled in the art at the time of the filing date or priority date of the application claiming the invention. Now, who is a person skilled in the art? Or what kind of person can tell whether your invention possesses the character of having inventive step? Now, a person skilled in the art is defined this way. It is any person with average skill in the field of invention. For example, if your invention is, say, an easy detached seat in a bicycle, you ask yourself, will it be obvious to a bicycle shop owner to conceive and create the same invention? In this case, and in this invention, a bicycle shop owner can be considered as one of the persons skilled in the art. Now, if your invention relates to prolonging the shelf life of a particular food product, you ask again, can a regular food technologist easily put together the same formulation? And now, your person skilled in the art is a regular food technologist. Consumers can also be considered as persons skilled in the art in the field of food products. In the previous lesson, where we talk about novelty and we assess whether or not this Valor clip here is novel over hairpin clip, and we were able to come up with a claim that indeed contained the novel feature of the Valor clip over that of the hairpin. And thus, we decided or we came up with a conclusion that the Valor clip is indeed novel. But let us examine whether or not that novel feature of the Valor clip will provide such invention the so-called inventive step. In assessing the inventive step of a particular invention, I usually look for an advantage it can perform over its prior art. Now here I am trying to compare how the Valor clip performs in holding multiple sheets of paper compared to that of a hairpin. Unfortunately, based on my illustration, I can see that the hairpin may work better than that of the Valor clip. And so my initial assessment is that Valor clip is indeed novel, but it lacks inventive step. Now let's move on to another example. Let's move the time forward and let's say the paperclip did have an evolution. Let's say this time the present invention is the Kona clip and one of its prior art is the perfection clip on the left side. And so here I decided that Kona clip is novel over the perfection clip, but make sure that that novel feature can be read in a claim. So what does Kona clip have that the perfection clip do not? So we have this serpentine-like structure at the middle of the frame, and then there's an eye, whereas the perfection clip do not have those. So I hope you would agree that Kona clip is novel over the perfection clip. Now how about inventive step? Same as what I did with the Valor clip and the hairpin. This time I compared the Kona clip's performance over the perfection clip's performance. Over here, I provided edge views on how these two clips perform when coupling multiple sheets of paper. You can see somewhere here that there's an extra bending in the way the Kona clip holds multiple sheets of paper compared to that of the perfection clip. And so therefore, I should say that there is an extra grip in the way the Kona clip hold multiple sheets of paper compared to the perfection clip. And so with that assessment, I can say that there is novelty and also inventive step in the Kona clip. Now that's for the inventive step, and now we move on to the industrial applicability requirement. An invention should have some use in order to be considered as having industrial applicability. Another way is to determine whether the invention can be manufactured or reduced into practice or reduced into machine, device, or any product. And it can perform what it is claimed to perform. On the next slide, I'm going to show you examples of things that are considered as having no industrial applicability. These are the examples of proposed inventions that can be considered not having industrial applicability. One is the perpetual motion machine, a machine claiming that it is possible to create a structural model that rotates in an infinite number of times. And another one, which may sound ridiculous, another may be a flashlight that instead of light, shadows or black beams comes out of it, which can only be possible in fictional stories. So that's it. I have shown you how I assess the industrial applicability, novelty, and inventive step. Next, we are going to talk about how to do prior art search. See you.